Well, there we go. We're back. Besiege. Besieging time is here. What are we going to besiege? I don't know. Whatever the game throws at me. Cannons. Cannons was the problem. I've got a theorem. I've got a cannon stratagem that I'm going to attempt to deploy. I can't guarantee its efficacy, but yes, we'll see. I've got sort of like two theories. One, I need to work out slightly more reliable flying, which I'm very much a ground man. I prefer being on the ground. And the other option I'm thinking, yeah. So Dehor Vault, the Vault of Dehors. Oh, we conquered 47. Oh, I see. That's the direction it goes. Fair enough. But yes, we're looking at trying to defeat the cannons in the Mesa outpost. Is it about the Brontosaurus? No. Or Brontosaurs, I suppose. Actually, yeah, I think Brontosaurs is correct. Whether you'd meant Brontosaurus or Brontosaurs, I don't know. But I suppose the plural, I think, is Brontosaurs, maybe, or Brontosauri. What was wrong with the dinosaur? He had a Brontosauri. Right. Okay. I'll try and extract the first theory. So let's bring. Now that's interesting. What the fuck is that one we did last week, or is this one I did by myself? Oh no, this was the first ever attempt at a repeating catapult, and is awful, utterly awful. So okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try starting with the repeating catapult system, but instead of having a repeating catapult, fucking son of a bitch. Right, so instead of having these bombs and pretty much. Oh, actually, no. I mean, the catapults are attached. The catapults can stay attached. I don't think I need the buzzsaw. So yeah, I mean, I only have to destroy the cannons. Now the problem is turning with this device is not particularly convenient. So what I think I might do is I might get a better turning circle out of it if I actually do fully tank up the section here. So what we want to do is just grab that, and then grab that, and then finally push that. So now it's got slightly better tank-based steering. It might last a bit longer. And the other thing, I know you will never get tired of that joke. It's almost a problem, isn't it? Right, okay, so unfortunately I am going to have to sort of, yeah, I'm going to have to finagle this a little more than I was necessarily planning on finagling it, which is not the best of news, because I'd forgotten, I must admit, I'd forgotten quite how immense this fucking catapult is. I feel like there's got to be a better way. Well, I'll tell you what, I was told this previously, and I've already forgotten it, so what I need to do, so I'm just going to manually repeat that side in order to do that. And then what we want to do is remember to put on the doubles, the mirror force. I reveal my trap card. It's mirror force. Here. Can we do one more here? Yes, looks like we can do one more here. Yeah. I suppose one other thing we could try and do is, just because I have to have a little gap at the bottom here, I must admit, I think because it's going to fall on the machine a little bit, I probably want to delete that a little bit more. That's it. So we probably need, whoops, I'm still in the delete mode, what I wanted. We'll probably need a little bit of structure there and there. Probably need at least a little bit of sort of support for this thing there and there. And now, oh shite, I suppose, yes, this is going to be the issue, because I don't think, yeah, intersection, it's not going to fit. So what I'm going to have to do is delete those. easiest way to select this fucking beast, I do not know, but with a bit of luck, we've got... That's not what I asked you to do, is it? No. Why did you do that, game? Why did you do that? I want you to just select. There we go. No deleting necessary, game. No deleting necessary. Right, and now we just want to select all of that. Just translate it back a step. Yeah, back one step will do nicely. Right, and now dink, 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 dink. Armour out the nines. But what about out the sixes and the sevens? No, you don't care about the sixes and the sevens. All you have to concern yourself with is having armour out the nines. And now I suppose, I don't know if bracing is exactly going to be enough here, but I mean, ultimately, bracing is about the only option I've got here. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 was a dickhead who just kept going on and on and on. He was right in 6's fucking face. Because 7, 8, 9, yes, I know. I'd like to point out I did know that joke. I was trying to be facetious and not do the joke properly. Okay, so right, that gets rid of that. Unfortunately, oh yeah, shit, right. I've actually slightly forgotten how the fuck we can. Okay, right. Away we go. So the cannons have sort of done what the cannons do, which is basically shoot the shit out of my blockade. Which, I mean, I could have not done that. Oh, that's not right. That's not the release button. Fuck. Right. Okay. What we've learnt here is I can't fucking remember any of the fucking controls on this machine. Right. U and J. Oh shit, right. Okay. B. B for bomb, I think. B for Bertie was the idea. So, away you go, my bomb disposal. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I mean, 2 shots and it wrecked that thing. Unfortunately, at this point... Well, there goes the repeating side of the bomb situation. Okay, this is failing a lot more than I thought it was going to. I mean, I didn't... I'm going to hold my hands up and say I didn't necessarily have the highest of hopes for this thing. But, fuck my life, did I at least think it was going to last 2 seconds? Yep, these cannons are a problem. Okay, okay, fine. We're going to have to, yeah. I think we're going to have to consider an alternate strategy. So, to a certain extent, I need to know what can destroy the cannons. Because would simply cannon on cannon destroy the cannons? Now, I am also wondering, how would my metallic beast fare? Not very well. Although, I would like to point out, it's not doing well in terms of it's getting buffeted and shot all over the place. Ah, okay, there we go. That's our first sign of our problem. Yes, okay, so yeah, all right, it does take a beating. Cannons can kill the cannons. Well, that was what I was wondering, but I must admit I'm not entirely sure how to get because the big metal chunk didn't. I mean, there's no denying it survived. It survived longer than anything else I've got at the moment, but I suppose. Okay. Let's have a think. Let's have a think about this. I want something that could be construed as looking cool. I know that's unusual, But I would kind of like the idea of something that perhaps looks cool. So that's my primary goal at this exact point. I'm going to try and make something that kind of looks cool. So, okay, so let's take a design principle from, yes. I mean, you're failing on the cool front at the moment. Yes, I'm aware that I'm failing on the cool front. Thank you. I mean, not ugly, but not really useful. But it's not ugly. I suppose in its own way that's beneficial, isn't it? It's not ugly. I mean, now it's a little bit ugly. But what I could do is putting on the information: center of mass, block count. Couldn't give a shit. Aerodynamics. That might be crucial. So right, let's have a point there. Have a point there. Have a point there. Now we've got a couple of weird sort of, maybe if they're ugly, that just surrender. Oh, if only. Oh my days! If that was the case, fucking hell, I'd be quids in every single round. Kind of want them rotating. What can I use to get them to rotate? No, I don't. No, I don't think that's quite going to do what I want it to do. I mean, oh no, it did. Oh, cool. Genuinely wasn't expecting that. That's delightful to behold. Is that in the same orientation? Yes, it is. Right, so cool. Okay, now so the centre of mass is definitely in the middle there. So I do believe, because of the yes, they have rather nicely automatically gone like that. Now, theoretically, oh, there we go. Right, so we just don't have the lift. I suppose possibly, I suppose maybe I've just made it a bit too big. Or I suppose, I suppose maybe you just have to have more propellers. It doesn't feel like it's the optimal solution to the whole affair, but right, now granted that's it, I know that's dragging forward. That's not the point. But what it's not doing, which is the problem, is floating up, which so at this exact point in time we might as well make those. I may have gotten this confused. No, yes I did. I want that one to go that way. Oh, actually no, I think they are inverted. Oh, plus bloody fucking. That's why I don't. That's why I don't use the bloody mirror. As useful as it is, I don't tend to use it because the annoying thing is often more trouble than it's worth. Okay, so we've got a couple of balloons. Oh, I suppose yeah, because I know exactly why that is, because we've got off-kiltered weight. Also, probably want those balloons to be max buoyancy. Who is max buoyancy? Okay. Oh yes, right. That's not so bad. It's flying backwards, I know, but that's not. I can tolerate it flying backwards. Just don't. You are literally. Whoops. You are literally only present to try. Okay, so again with the whole now an interesting sort of, I've had a really cool idea for some wheels. No, you can't make a machine with cannons for wheels. I mean, you say I can't. You say I can't. I suppose maybe the problem is using these sort of wooden blocks, because I don't explicitly know the weight of the wooden blocks, but you would loosely assume maybe the weight of the wood. I mean, at this point I'm assuming this is just a fall apart, yes, but look how that thing fucking flies with just the very, I mean, it's not going to survive, but if I, okay, let's just trash that and figure out. So let's turn that symmetry back on, because that's quite useful for this stage of the affair. I suppose technically, if I shove that on the ground, I could probably make a machine that doesn't even feature this central block. I mean, it's a little bit awkward doing that, but it's not impossible. Let's try and, I don't know, let's try and do something. Okay, so apparently I can't get, well, that's awkward, but allows for possibly a fancy nose cone. Oh, I mean, it is a little bit sexy, isn't it? Not phenomenal, but it is a little bit sexy. Sir? Yes, soldier, what is it? Oh, sir, it's the enemy, sir. Ah, trying to use another one of their contraptions to destroy our cannon outpost. I wouldn't worry too much. They've yet to succeed. Well, sir, about that. Yes, what is it? Well, sir, their new machine is scaring the troops. Scaring the troops? Yes, sir. It looks so horrible the morale is breaking. Let me see this. Sir, I'm not sure that's a good idea. My God, it's hideous. I can't bear to look at it. It's so awful. Yes, Twitch does have that habit. Right, so I'm just wondering. I think I need the other menu. Yes, that's the other menu I need. So that one, and that one, and that one. If I just move that up. Ooh. Ooh, I mean, the sexy factor is here. The functional factor, I've no idea, but the sexy factor, it's a little bit sort of bird of prey, isn't it? Ooh. Ooh, daddy likes. Ooh, never say that again. Dear God, man. Right. So propulsion points there and there. Okay, that's a problem. I mean, it destroying those guys isn't a problem. I suppose, yeah, I suppose it's very... I suppose, what is the problem? It's very tail heavy. Okay. I wonder if that can be solved by just shoving another one of those on the front. Oh, no, because that is now incredibly front heavy. So I suppose maybe I'll use that as a weight. Oh no, wait. Oh yeah. I would need some thrust at the front, because that was the whole problem, wasn't it? Oh, again, it's very deadly against those guys. But I suppose they're the low armor guys, which surprises me. Let's try and... I'll delete that. Possibly try and figure something else out. I mean, the other issue we're going to have is figuring out precisely how to put cannons on the bastard thing. Because, I mean, again, there's a certain sexy factor there. But obviously a machine that won't actually go. Because the cannons weigh too much, don't they? Which I don't have a solution for the cannons weighing too much. So if we could have a cannon sticking out the back, not that that's going to do me any good, especially now it is definitively too heavy. Blasted all. I suppose we do have a little bit more thrust to play with out of these, but not what feels like enough. Because that's still... Not only is it still flipping at the front, so we perhaps need... I suppose A balloon on the front is going to be ugly as fuck, but I mean, technically functional. The only problem is we don't actually have any real control over the thing, which is some people, some crazy fucking people, would claim that was a bad thing. So what might be better? Let's have another little bit of a think. Get rid of the cannons, get rid of those, get rid of those. If we rely on just balloons as a means of propelling myself, as a means. Oh, okay. Balloons are not cutting it. I was really hoping those. But whoops! Didn't mean to delete it. I meant to do that. Yeah, I was really kind of hoping those balloons would do more. That's all right. Back to the drawing board for now. Back to the drawing board for now. What we'll try and do is back to what I was originally sort of thinking. Just we'll try it out of these sort of. If you need more lift, you can try and use propellers. Well, yeah. I would like to, but they tend to feel a little bit unreliable. Especially when launching the machine. I've not had much in the way of success launching the machine when it comes to using those, because it sort of projects it off kilter, which tends to end up being problematic, I've found. Now that may just end up being me, and I'm not very good at the game, which is a definite fact. But it's not quite. Well, I don't know. Again, we get a pretty little pattern there, and then what I want to try and do is build roughly the same thing out the back. Is that roughly the same thing? I suppose really I should be. Yeah, it looks like it actually. I've managed to do quite a good job of getting it the same. Cool. Okay. I suppose I'll have another go. Because I suppose, actually, no. I've just realised. Me and my stupid brain. You don't. There was a part of me thinking you only ever were able to get propellers using the big wheel, but possibly if I use the little wheels here. Just going to try. Oh, I've forgotten a key component at the front there. I suppose let's just try this. Acceleration, speed. We'll leave at base for now. Oh, how do we... I thought they were automatic. I'm assuming they got stuck. Yeah, they seem to turn a little bit and then get stuck. I'm not entirely sure why that would be, but I suppose we can just experiment a little bit here by lifting them up. I have forgotten a base, but that shouldn't be a huge problem. The goal is to possibly put a stick in there. Oh, it's older. Right, okay, that's not quite what I was after when I moved those. Moved far too much. Right, let's try. I suppose let's just try manually grabbing them all. That might make it slightly easier to do. So for now, I'm just going to try, erecting them on sticks. See if that aids in their. Ah, there we go. That does aid in their propulsion. Still not actually able to lift it, but it does aid in their propulsion. And I do have, technically speaking, I mean, I'm going one extreme to the other, but whoosh! There we go. Oh, it's going round, isn't it? I suppose now. Okay. Okay. I feel like there's something I can do to stop that. So I'm going to try and do it. Turn off that there. Make the spinning blocks rotate into each other. I'm not sure what you mean. I think it might be what I'm thinking as well. So I think Oh, blast. I'm going to have to... Can we just rotate that? No, I think I'm going to have to... Blast. Ah, yes, of course, you can just rotate, you fucking idiot. So is that? Although that's not actually... Yeah, that's still... Still going in the same direction, just rotated, isn't it? So that's my stupidity. F rotates them. Ha! Yes, F rotates them. Now is that good? Oh! Well, that's. I mean, that's an interesting idea. That's an interesting problem. Clearly, that's not. I wonder, opposite ends. Opposite ends. There we go. Unfortunately, it still can't actually fucking fly. I wonder if that is because... Okay. So maybe... Way! Yes, I think I managed to just about preempt you on that. And there it goes. A majestic bird of nonsense. Right. So next up, all we have to figure out... all you have to figure out, yes, all I have to figure out is... I feel like I could do with sort of... I suppose... I don't think the steering will ever get up to the same sort of speed, which feels like it'd be an issue, but... Well, 2 times the rotation speed, I suppose that might do it. Let's have a look again. We'll stick with the small props, see what happens. So at this point... Yeah, okay, no, that's definitely not... I mean, it's technically going forward. I mean, not very well, but it's technically going forward. Oh, I suppose actually... Is it... No, that is actually propelling it forward. It's just shit. So... I think for sort of direction and forwards, I get the impression the best idea might be to stick with these bad boys, because I think they might actually do what I need them to do. Now, I grant you, we're still just figuring out how to fly. Oh, okay. Okay, machine. Okay, what exactly happened there? I'm assuming I've put too much weight on a key point. I suppose the issue with it being light is it is also perhaps quite brittle. Okay, so I mean that's certainly... Bang. Oh, I mean I destroyed one cannon. I mean if we can carry on like this. Just 4 more. Just 4 more. Right. So that goes to show you that the cannons are actually reasonably brittle. I just need to figure out a suitable... We've kind of got... I say we've kind of got a steering system. We've got a it goes forward system, not an actual steering system. Oh, well that's a problem. So this is the issue with using some of these bits. I suppose, I mean... I've probably got my steering backwards, but oh yes, of course, that's the issue with putting them there. I mean, that's just... Oh, I mean, come on. You put them on the spinning fucking block. I mean, what were you expecting? What were you expecting when you put them on the spinning block? Were you expecting them to spin? No. No, I really wasn't. And that is the fundamental reason why you shouldn't play this game. If you want to make it go forward with a propeller, then you should put an unpowered wheel at the front with a couple of wheels on that. Then with the spinning block on top with propellers on... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's see if I can break down precisely what you're saying and do it correctly. Unpowered wheel. At the front. With a couple of wheels on that. I don't... Unless you mean literally stacked like that. Other than that, you can't really put wheels on that. So what, as in make them car based so that it would drive? Oh, you do mean? Oh, you mean the motored wheel, right? Is that the actual motor wheel there? Yes, that would make a degree of sense, I suppose. I see. The first one is unpowered. And then like that. With a spinning block on top. So we're looking at something like that. I mean, certainly I think that would go forward. Yes, it will inevitably make it very front heavy, yes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Some weird shit going on there. That is very peculiar. I don't know what's powering... I suppose the spinning block... Yeah, I think, weirdly, the spinning block is spinning the wheel. Which is not necessarily doing anything for the machine, I don't think. I suppose one thing I think I might try. Make sure to act... Oh, yeah, I suppose, yeah. But if not... Well, that might do something, I suppose. Not entirely sure what. I mean, it's certainly sort of... Tell you what, I'm going to try what I'm thinking first, because it's slightly easier to do what's in my brain than what's in the chat, I think. Because you're trying to get things that are in your brain that are probably working into my brain, and that's the problem. Whenever it touches my brain, it will not work. So right, what I was thinking, if I put a little steering hinge, and then I put a little propeller, and I think in terms of sort of propelling me, I need to get rid of those as well. I need to get rid of that and that, because they were stupid. But what should happen there is... Oh, I can't remember how to fucking steer it, but... I'm not... Yeah, I mean... I can't... There we go. There we go. Might end up being cack-handed steering. And I'll definitely need to sort of... But technically speaking... Yeah, it sort of does fly off there. So that could be functional. Now, the question slightly bodes. Okay, that's not quite what I'd intended to do. I mean, it shouldn't... Yeah, I don't think anything's going to interfere too much, although I may end up wanting to put stuff on the bottom, so wait and see. I want everything, hopefully everything bar that block, yes. Right, so we've got a weight problem in terms of the centre of mass is not in the centre, which we will need to address, but we also need to address a couple of other things, I think. So let's raise you up a bit more and get something that will hopefully... What I need is something that will just sort of push me down a little bit. So this one, that should be taking me forward and directional. this one will just counteract the automatic spinning blocks enough, hopefully enough to just give me, you know, if I release it, it will go up. If I hold it, it will go down. That's the theory. Fucking stupid flying creature. I'm trying to build a stupid fucking flying creature. Maybe I should catch the moth and build a moth. Yes. How do you fly, moth? Preferably not into my face. I need to know how your wings work, moth. Yes. No, I don't. Right. Now, I suppose let's test to see precisely how it's doing at the moment. I mean, it's still devilishly front heavy. And the problem is, I don't think I can get any more speed out of these things, can I? No, I can't. I suppose the only other option is possibly replacing these, assuming they'd fit, replacing those with the wider propeller. But I do feel like, oh yeah, it does direct me to the F inversion there as well. So the only other thing maybe, although this could chop them in half, but I don't know, possibly if we put some extra lift on the thing. Well, no, yes, okay. The moment it leans, those balloons get popped, which, I mean, wouldn't necessarily be a huge hardship, but it would be slightly a bit of a nuisance. As specified, we do also need to actually consider how to destroy these things. Let's see. I mean, there's a small part of me. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't say no. This doesn't. The problem is, if I do this, this is another chunk of weight on the machine, which means it's going to fly even less. Well, then again, so what I might try and do, what I'll try and do is put a balloon, put a couple of balloons on the front. I'll probably still try and weigh down the back a little bit, but if we put balloons on the front, that might just alleviate some of the issues. I suppose technically I am using 2 points out the front. Although I haven't said that, blimey, that's surprising. I don't really want to put this much weight on the fucking machine, but still. Let's reset that and see, because the centre of mass is off, but with the balloons. Okay, no, right. Now what is that? Is that doing the wrong thing? It feels like that front one was doing the wrong thing. I'll try reversing that and see what happens with it. No, now that's definitely doing the wrong thing. Fine. It was doing the right thing in the first place. Yes, that'll sort of pull it there. Unfortunately, me pull it down. No, no. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? I wonder if it's the balloons at the front that's pulling it right down. Okay, so we've still got some weight issues there. So we'll try that, and then I believe it's 4 cannons. 1, 2, 3, 4 cannons. So the fact that I've got 4 things to drop, bombs are going to be too heavy, aren't they, really? Plus, if I get even remotely clipped. Oh no, bombs are not too heavy. Okay. But yeah, the the original statement holds fast. Yep. Oh, actually survived. I haven't set up the grapplers properly. Plus, oh, that's interesting. Okay, there's. I mean, there's definitely. Oh dear. We've gone down. We've gone down. Hang on. I can rescue it. I can rescue it. Oh, contender. I thought you were writing commander. Commander. What the fuck are you doing, Commander? So there's definitely something decent. Just not... just it's now basically flying off by itself, which is a bit of an issue. Is there any way... Is there anything I can do with this? Auto return. Now that's going to be interesting. What? Okay, so... Okay, that definitely has... Yeah, that has potential, that auto turn. Because I can go like that. And then I can go like that. And now I'm flying it straight. Obviously, you know, the destruction part is the problem. But apart from that... So... I wonder how far we can push the bomb weight on this thing so that I've got a little, at least a little bit of redundancy when it comes to my inevitable failure at hitting anything. Okay, so it's going to be a problem. Yeah, I don't think we can afford to put those 4 bombs on, which is an issue, to say the least. Because I suppose I might be able to afford to put something else on there, but I can't deny it. I have an urge. It might break the whole situation, but I have an urge to just go like that. Yeah. Literally just because I think it looks slightly sexier. I'll do it. Not entirely sure. Not entirely sure what actually killed the machine that time, which is always a slight problem. Oh, we've got the wibbles. We've got the wibbles. We've got a severe case of the wibbles. We're now. Oh no, that's now very dead. That's very dead. So I mean, okay. Luckily, that little rise up, doesn't appear to have really made too much difference. I am just what I don't really want to. I don't want to do this. I think you're going to have to, though, aren't you? Yeah, no, I'm going to have to, but I don't really want to. Okay, let's delete these propellers. What I probably want to do is shove the old symmetry back on to make it slightly easier. I'm just going to try seeing if these ones make any difference. So I believe I want to... I turn this on. I suppose we perhaps want that, yes. Check that. Okay. Okay, so they really do add a lot more lift. Unfortunately, the anti-lift the anti-lift is proving difficult. As in the sort of difficult that says it's not fucking working. Okay, so at this point I suppose we might as well try and make sure... Could we? Oh, I've turned it off, that's why. No, I want that plate. Yeah, there we go. Right. I suppose number 1 bomb, number 2 bomb, number 3 bomb. I mean, yes and no. Technically, the anti-lift one is this one here, but it's not doing a phenomenal job of pulling me back down to the ground. Because at the moment, the slight issue I've got is I can't really control it. It kind of just goes off and does its own thing. I suppose technically I could possibly afford to put a bit more weight on it. Number 4 bomb, go. I think I was too slow on number 4 bomb. Yeah. But it's one of those machines where it seems like it's not bad. Oh, that's number 1 bomb. Number 1 bomb is not the bomb I thought it was. But yeah, it's still got definite propulsion problems and general control problems. I must admit, as much as that auto return feels like it's useful, I don't think it's going to be. I think it's proving more trouble than it's worth. I suppose what we could try again is allowing myself more bomb opportunities. And I don't know why I'm using bombs. I possibly shouldn't be obsessing over the use of bombs, but there's a small part of me wanting to use bombs. As such, I am sort of using bombs. But yeah, the whole... I think part of the issue is if I really want to try and steer it, it ends up steering off kilter. And as such, you end up losing the flow of it. You have to be very sort of gentle on the steering, which is a slight problem when it doesn't actually want to stay up. I suppose it's because I'm... The moment I deploy a bomb is the moment it loses the weight balance. And once it loses the weight balance, suddenly it can no longer sort of fly as well. I suppose... Okay, let's see. I've currently got 8 bombs, don't I? Right, so if we do that, number 1 bomb, opposite corner, number 1 bomb. Number 2 bomb, opposite corner, number 2 bomb. This one, number 3 bomb. This one, number 3 bomb. This one, number 4 bomb. This one, number 4 bomb. So, at this point, okay, we've still got the same slight problem of it going off kilter. Okay, I'm beginning to wonder about a new theory, although it would be too difficult. So no, I don't think so. Harum, 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 harum. I don't see a solution that's going to actually function and work in this scenario. I am wondering... I'm assuming that Brontosaurus is a reference of some kind. So let's just save this as odd little flyer. I'm going to just... Yeah, I'm going to trash it for now. I'm just going to run a few other tests. I'm going to bring back... It's a Monty Python sketch, I see. Well, having said that, the wheels are just going to get shot off, aren't they? Although, I suppose we might as well run the test I was going to run and see what happens. Not where I was meant to put it, but let's try and make sure I put this in the same fashion. And I'll tell you what, once again, really ought to have put on the symmetry tool. That's the one we want. Just make it slightly quicker on myself. Right. The other problem is I haven't really built it incredibly well, which is an issue. Whereas I think it's going to be an issue. It's difficult to know for certain what is and isn't going to be an issue. But anyway. In a moment I am just going to find out precisely how this thing fares. The sort of tank type affair. No, no, don't put it there. Don't put it there, game. That's it. There we go. I think the problem is, much like the sort of a lot of the other bits. So in terms of functionality, it moves. Yeah. The biggest issue we're going to find with this is the internal structural integrity, because the shields kind of take the hit, but the sort of the internal structure is just not quite up to taking it as much, I don't think. But hang on, I suppose we'll try maybe figure out some kind of internal bracing to see if we can get the structure a little more secure, but I'm just not holding out a huge amount of hope on it. I think the wheels are big enough to allow for the under bracing and not to do that. Now, of course, we've still got the issue of actually destroying these cannons, but that's where a plan. Do you actually have that plan? I mean, no. But apart from that, it's good. It's a good plan. Because the problem is, no matter what I try and do here, unless I can, like, literally, I suppose, can we full-on hidden cannon? Oh dear, it's struggling. It's struggling. No, I think this might be too much armour. Not doing well. It's not doing well at all. Also, I mean, my little Halo cannon, I quite like. I mean, it's not holding up very well, but hang on, wait for it. Hello, cannon. Hello, cannon. Oh. Oh. Oh, sorry. Right. Only 6 ballasts for the base. Yeah, yeah, you might be right. I've got a lot of stuff there, but I mean, at that point, I wouldn't have to. Hello, cannon. Oh, well, it's a big angry box. Hello, cannon. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. That's caught me. Hello, cannon. Yeah. I've slightly gone there. Alright, yes. Yes, you might have a point. Ballasts. You're thinking 6 ballasts to the base, which is, I don't know precisely in which orientation, but we've got 1, 2, that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'd be very tiny, which could work. I suppose arguably, at this point, if we just scale everything down, we'd have tiny wheels, tiny cannon. But then I wonder if I realise I'm probably butchering the perfectly good idea you recommended in favour of my own. But there you go. It's kind of what I do. Okay, those wheels are apparently still too wide for what I'm after. Which is just a tiny little encased piece of nonsense. Turn that off in order to do this next bit. Oh, interesting. Okay, I might try that, but first let's go down the crazy path again. You've set me off on ballasts now, so it's all about the ballasts. Oops, I think I've put one too many ballasts in there. I forgot to turn the symmetry back on. That's half the problem I've got here. I suppose lack of a half the problem. Oh, that was a bit solid, wasn't it? It's not a great start, is it? Not a great start if the entire flipping thing sort of collapses onto the floor prior to you actually even starting the level. Let's try just a nice solid bracing around the bottom. A nice solid bracing around the top. I say solid, it's not solid at all. They're not combined whatsoever. And a nice little cross. How I'm going to destroy the cannons, I do not know, but also I haven't actually... The rear ballast, the central ballast is clearly not connected. Plus I don't have any steering. But technically it is sort of living. I mean, it's doing a number to these guys. just popped the ballast I was apparently focused on. Alright, let's try. So, if I'm understanding you correctly, what your suggestion is something along those lines? The 6 ballasts, on the inside of the wheels. Interesting. So now that's in place of some of this wood? Or are we thinking like just... because sticking it there is definitely not going to help. So I'm assuming you mean something else instead of the wood. Okay. I suppose I could draw those wheels in, couldn't I? Let's go to the other menu. Draw those wheels in one. Draw those wheels in one. And then try a little ballast. Ah, primary test, does it fall apart? Good. Yeah. It's just been nicely enough. Right. Now. Braces holding the ballast. Possibly doing too many brace there. I don't know if you meant just skip straight over or not, but are we thinking something like that? Wondering if it might be worthwhile bracing the bottom as well. I don't know. Possibly not. Possibly too much. They're definitely braced. Ah! Shoot me if you dare. Shoot me if you dare. There is such a thing as too many braces. Yes, the game has warned me of such a thing. I can't deny, apart from the fact that the wheels have fallen off, the general structure, yeah. General structure has definitely improved that upon that. So now's the question, should I still bother with this, or is this a step too far? It's probably a step too far. So of course, you must immediately do it. Plus, I really need to remember the symmetry thing more often. I don't know. Shodley, I think, is the answer to the question I was about to ask, which is, I don't know how I've built that. But I think the answer is Shodley. And all over the place. That's how you've built it. Falling to pieces and falling to immense volumes of pieces are two different things. And at the moment, again, though, I still don't really know, because as amusing as the Hallow Cannon was, it was never actually going to kill one of these enemy cannons. Because it doesn't have the sort of punch. But nonetheless, we are going to re-engage the Hallow Cannon. I have slightly more capability with our Hallow Cannon. Except for the fact that I think I've put too much armour on it. Plus, I actually haven't put any armour on it. Yay! Cheeky little cannon shot. Right, okay. So, cheeky cannon shots definitely win. I think we did establish that earlier on. Mr. Launcher's Nuke told me that. But always like to check. Always like to check. I think it's probably easier not to try and twist the cannon. But elevating the cannon, however, would probably be quite beneficial. So, right, if we try and build in the middle some cheeky little Hallow Cannons. I don't think the Hallow Cannons are going to fit all that well here, are they? No, not just in a sequence. You have to raise them up in some fashion. I suppose technically I could do that one. I suppose I could just... Let's have a look. Right. Let's do one of them there, two of them there. What we want is... Where are you going? There we go. Three of them there, and then four of them there. It should work out reasonably well. And da-ding, da-ding, da-ding. And a little cheeky one in there. Da-ding. And then... Does require a substantial amount of aim, I suppose, and requires these cannons not to be knocked off, which is an issue. So, I don't really know. Let's go O and L for just all of them, I think. For now, at least. Probably going to be an issue doing it like that, but I will survive as long as I've had my Weetabix. I might very well just stay alive. Now, let's try and figure out how best to armour this thing. That, spoiler alert, this is not the best way to armour this thing. Plus, as we've technically seen, it's not exactly the steadiest of things, so me just randomly sticking armour on it is not going to help its performance. Oops, wrong place there. Oh, come on, no. Oh, there, yeah, I was going to say. You should now have perfectly good space to place some armour. Nope, done it again. No, there's no intersection game. Okay, so we're armoured up to the fucking belly-hose. Oh, the only problem is, yeah, my Hallow Cannons are... Oh, all the cannons are on C, you bloody idiot. So, okay, cannon 1, cannon 2, cannon 3, and cannon 4. Jesus. Okay, well that's most of the side armor gone. That's fine. Could you just give me what? Give me what? No. Okay. Now. Oh, thank you. You've put me back on my feet. Number one cannon failed. Number 2 cannon failed. Number 3 cannon. No. Okay. Number 4 cannon. No. Number 4 cannon failed. Jonesy's ran from Dad's army. Hell yes. Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? I need something slightly more reliable than the cannons, I think. Because I'm not good at aiming the cannons, and that's proving troublesome. I think I may have just taken a structural integrity part out of the fucking thing, which is what would commonly be known as an issue. We'll soon find out if the whole thing falls apart when I next get in there. Open 2, 3, up 2, 3, bang 2, 3, down 2, 3, close. Dad's army's fantastic. It really is. Right, okay. Brain. Why you do this? And by this, I mean not intelligent things. I'm sort of at the moment wondering if I could just try poking the cannons. But the problem is the other cannons are just too high. Yeah, there's one up there. Ugh. I don't know. I'm too thick for this level. Because the flyers just are not going to do it. The ground machines stand a semi-decent chance, but not the way I'm doing it. Try and just get it back down to its basic form. And then figure out what we want to try and do. Because at the moment, unfortunately, it is very much a case of, I don't know. Okay, so at the moment it's a simple ram bot with front armour. So arguably, let's just try putting the old wheel armour on. And this, at the moment, this is just an experiment to see precisely how much longer it perhaps could last with some wheel armour on it. Okay, it's taking a couple of hits, isn't it? Okay, it's taking another couple of hits. Oh, ah. Wow. I mean, I suppose technically it's not integral to the machine. But yeah, they just managed to take the centre, the entire centre of the machine with one perfect shot. And unfortunately now the wheels have finally fallen off. But I think the wheel armour did help. Not a huge amount, but it did help. Now I've just got to figure out the best way to try and kill those. So I've got a feeling I think it might end up being cannons. But the problem is, if I try and build some kind of turret system, that turret system will just be wiped out immediately. And I fear if I try and build some kind of poking system, I probably won't be able to get up there. That's why my instinct at the moment is to just try and build something fucking massive. But maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Maybe I need to think tinier. Think small and nimble and Able to do things that the larger machines can't do. I just don't know what that is at the moment. Now I have this urge. Yes. I'm going to do it because I have the urge to do it. I don't think it's going to be useful, but I have the urge to just go fucking ham at these motherfuckers. And I want to know. This is more an experiment for future times rather than actually being able to do something here. But it intrigues me as to whether I'd be able to do this. And as such... Oh, that's not the block I was after. That's more the block I'm after. What I don't need is the symmetry on. Because I don't want that there. And what we need to do is just shovel that block along there in some fashion. A nice little spiky ball on this block. That's it. Flip. And now... right, there we go. I wonder if I could just directly connect that to the spiky ball. No, of course I can't. Because that would look good, game. That would look good. Right, get rid of that. And now put that on there first. Oh, no, okay, that's not quite. I mean, technically it's sort of doing what I was hoping it would do, just not quite. Charge! My spiky ball is doing nothing. It was meant to be a massive flail, so that it just span and flailed around the machine, but it's not quite. I suppose maybe with infinite acceleration, it's not going to change the situation, is it? Okay, no, that's fine. Right, back to actually trying to figure something out here. Wonder how the crossbow would fare against their cannons. I've got a feeling probably not well, especially, yes, I really needed to. Yep. Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to have to actually adjust the controls for that because I'm not even going to be able to use it as my test subject type deal. No, C's not going to be any good, is it? I suppose 1 and 2 up there would do it. Let's have a look. Right. Ah, yes, thank you for turning me. It would help if, as part of this experiment. No, I'm reasonably certain. I mean, I've shoved an arrow right up its fucking hole. Yes, unfortunately. God damn it. Unless, I don't know, it wouldn't be destroying the cannon. But maybe if I could destroy the dude. God damn it, will you please stop shooting me? Just for a few moments, could you stop shooting me? Now that's interesting. Oh shit, yeah. I suppose technically there is an element of getting them to shoot themselves. Oh, no, there's the cannon gone. I doubt it, to be honest. I'm kind of getting to the point of giving it up because I've not got the engineering mind. I mean, you saw how thick I was on the fucking propellers. Trial and error was my only system of winning there. So I can't, you know, I've tried most of my basic machines that I would usually use and none of them were working. And at this point I'm just trying to run around more than anything else, I would say. Well, I suppose there's a slight weakness. At least one of them can't shoot behind them. So that could provide me something. Not entirely sure what, but it could provide something. I feel like it's potentially got to be... I feel like it's definitely got to be the flyer. So strictly speaking, if we just ditch... Although that's only one shot. This is the issue we've got, isn't it? Unless, I don't know. I don't know how water cannon functions. No, that's obvious. You couldn't actually make it function. What button are they on? Y. Okay. So maximum power, shoot with Y. So we just want a little bit. Okay, that's not as maximum power as I was hoping for, guy. I mean, it's got to be said, it is technically... Oh, it's also toggleable. Okay, that's fine. Yes, the slight inconvenience is I can no longer turn. But I'm not exactly convinced by the fact that water will beat... Jesus Christ. Oh, now we're just running away. Oh, now my cannon's been knocked off. See, that's the other problem. Yeah, I'm just sort of tickling it. If you light the cannon itself on fire, you can increase its power, as in the water cannon. Yes, I believe someone said previously you can make like a steam cannon. That may very well have been you. Don't know if like... I'm not entirely sure precisely which... I mean, that's now pumping heat in the back of the thing. Oh, there we go, yes. I now have a steam cannon. Again, we're not entirely sure whether that's going to be... Yeah. I think they are laughing at my steam cannon. Oh, in fact, my steam cannon is no longer a steam cannon. But yeah, I suppose maybe... I mean, could I blow the cannon? I don't know how to use these ones. Okay, so... Okay, I'm assuming, technically speaking, this is actually going to suck rather than blow. But it... Oh, I mean, I can suck the man off, as is so often the way. You can suck the man off, but... I mean... Didn't do anything favourable for that. I think it does. It has to be a cannon, which means you have to have at least 4. And if you only have 4, you're only going to have 4 shots at victory. This one. Oh, this one. Really, unfortunately, going nowhere, is it? Ah, dear. Sorely tempted to just call it early and come back and figure something out another occasion, but I don't know. Let's have a look at my other bits and pieces. I suppose, tell you what, seems as this is an interestingly secure... Whoops. Oh, now I can't hear the game, that's inconvenient. Let's try and... right, so... Ballast tank bit. That'll do for you. Oh, also, it's got a random thing in the middle, which I wouldn't usually have wanted to leave on, but still. I suppose technically one of my absolute monstrosities might function in some fashion. Use 12 cannons. Well, in that case, many cannons could be the dish of the day, I suppose, but I don't know. I suppose there's a part of me just wanting something a bit more sort of, I don't know, fanciful isn't quite the word, but something more specific and directed I don't actually remember how the fuck this thing functions. Oh, plus you can't actually aim upwards, so I'd certainly have to have some... Yeah, it'd have to have some redesign elements attached to it, because it'd need the armour and sturdiness. Let's see what other weird shit we've got available to me that might do something. I'm going to go back to the odd little flyer, despite the obvious fact that the odd little flyer is the odd little doesn't work. Let's try... I'm just wondering if putting a mid-range, a middle large, just gives it that little bit more. Oh, okay, and once again we find ourselves crashing. Ugh. There must be something in your brain that will function. Unfortunately, the simple answer is no. No, there is not. Okay, so that, again, as I've often found in the past, because I've got a spinning thing. I mean, wow, okay, technically I just got 2 out of the 4 there, just by spinning, just by sort of spinning slightly uncontrollably. Unfortunately, spinning out of control is not going to help me do anything here. I suppose maybe just have one of these automatically in the middle. Oh, now, of course, unfortunately, I don't have... Maybe I do need to just... Maybe I'll just put exactly the same... This really doesn't seem to be doing anything, which makes it pointless. Let's just try and see. I suppose I'll put ballast. That's probably going to fall off, isn't it? Oh no, it did not. Okay. So what I really need there is possibly on the back one. Yes, I suppose the big issue we've got now is, yeah, and the moment I deploy the bombs, of course, it all gets that just that little bit. Such a bastard, you can't control those a bit more, because then I might be able to get a little bit more control out of the bloody thing, but unfortunately at the moment, let's try and I'll use spacebar for the sake of no good reason other than, oh shit, it's going too high, hit the spacebar. I'll tell you what, we'll use the toggle mode, because then I can just sort of, oh shit, hit the spacebar, toggle it on and off. Whoop. Oh, of course, space button, yeah, spacebar is not a good choice. Spacebar is not a good choice. I suppose M for motherfucker, you're flying too high. Okay, okay. I've got something. Ah, you hit the spacebar. No, unfortunately. There we got. What I need is I should probably put a camera block in there somewhere online. No, crash landing. Oh, apparently I can't Can't latch the fucking camera. Oh, there we go. That'll probably do it. Or at least sufficiently. Oh, except I think the camera's backwards. Yeah, I think the camera... Yeah, the camera is facing the wrong... Yes, it is. Fucking stupid camera. That one... Oh, actually, no, it's key mapper on the camera. Rotation, that away. That's the one, right. Oh, no, it did work. It did work. No, same old fucking problem. The moment you do anything with it, it drifts off on its own little path where it has no... Oh, well, that's... fucking release all the bombs. I really don't know why I started Besiege, because I'm not cut out for it, am I? Okay, I thought that was too early, but turns out it is not. Nope. And same old problem. There is nothing I can do to stop that problem. Which means that's kind of it. That's this machine kind of fucked, because there is nothing I can do to stop it. I've got nothing on this one. Everything I do is either destroyed too early because it's running on the ground slowly and not doing anything, or it is too unwieldy to control the fucker because it's a flyer that I've got no idea how to actually fucking use. Maybe again, maybe we were going too big. So maybe if we just try and go, I don't know, something like that, something like that, something like that. And just the exact same shape on the other side. That is not the exact same shape, you fucking idiot. Can we? No. Ugh, bloody controls. Now everything about the game is beginning to... That was the right fucking controls. I knew it was the right fucking controls. Motherfucker. That one. I'm fairly confident you're deliberately trying to annoy me. Just that point, out one. Christ. Was it that difficult, game? No, I'm reasonably certain it wasn't. How fascinating. Did not know you could do that, which I suppose just goes to show you a bit more evidence as to how shit I am at the game. I've never experienced that. So, right, what I'm wondering... No, don't... Just grab the 3 points. 3 points up. And get rid of that, because nobody cares about it. I realise it's technically the full control block and therefore the most important thing in the game, but, you know, nobody cares about that. Oh, must you... I swear you've allowed me to do these things in the past. So I can put one on the... What are you intersecting with, you stupid bastard? Ugh. Fine, we'll put it on the back then. It's never going to work the way I want it to now, but it's on the back. Are you happy, game? Are you happy? I hope you're happy. I don't know what I'm trying to do here, but I'm doing it. That, I suppose maybe the small prop might not. I'm not convinced that's a spinning block after all. Or it never got a chance to spin. Oh, it is a spinning block. Oh, it's doing that. Yeah, it's doing that thing again. That thing where it refuses to spin if it is on a certain block. Will you please let me have the controls I want? Don't necessarily think that block's going to be that much more efficient than anything else. Well, that definitely span. Span out of control, but it definitely span. try. Probably just going to clip each other, but there you go. And that's going to, yes, that's going to spin, so we want to do that old... Okay, well that's definitely doing something. One block. Okay, well that's... I mean, it's going up perfectly fine. And it's going down perfectly fine. It's not doing very much of anything else. Oops, not what I intended to build. I suppose they're probably going to clip each other. Oh no, they didn't. Top heavy now, but they didn't clip each other. Bang! Oh, well, I mean, that was an interesting way of doing it. Let's see. I suppose now it's front heavy. Let's get rid of those and see. I suppose technically that would be pulling it that way. That would be pulling it that way. Yes. Oh! Not the steadiest motherfucker around, but it definitely did something slightly more than usual. Oh. No, I mean... It's difficult. Not necessarily going to be impossible, but it's sure as shit difficult. Sort of weird. Whoops! I had not intended to actually drop the bomb on that occasion. But as long as the bomb don't explode. I mean, it's useful if the bomb explodes at that point, but not so much any other occasion. Well, I mean, if the bomb doesn't explode... Ah, there's the bomb exploding. Again, technically I just destroyed one by accident. Oh, no, we went too low. You just got to be very careful on the flickage. Oh, oh, never mind. I know this isn't going to destroy all the bombs, but it's the most fun I've had all night. So, ba-bam! I thought I was so close to being in control there, and then it turned out I really wasn't. Okay, I think I need to build a better machine is the primary fact, but I thought I was being clever by having those aimed like that, but I don't think I was. Hurry up, hop, model. Hip, oh, tailspin, spin bomb, pow. Oh, without the bomb on the back, it don't fucking steer. Okay, I mean, the only reason I'm continuing with this experiment is based exclusively on the thought track of maybe figuring out how to have a fleet of these tiny little bomb droppers, so that I can do something like that and then go, fuck it, I don't care about the others. But I fear I mean, it's cack-handed enough trying to sort of... They're a nightmare to try and actually control. Spin bomb! Again, I didn't actually hit him. And he sort of just released the bomb. Soaring through the air with the greatest of difficulty. I thought I was going to get clever there again. Oh, no. Oh, it's getting slightly confused. And now it exploded. Hiya! Patoosh! I just trying to make a flying machine when the first game came out. I didn't know the key mapper existed. Oh wow! I think without the key mapper, you would very much be op shit Greek without a paddle. Anyway, I mean that's. I suppose I'll save this. I mean, fucking odder little flyer, I think is the key thing. We'll call it the uncontrollable glider. So I don't know. Maybe one thought. I don't actually want this to be a thing, but I just want to test it as a potential. Because you... Ugh. God damn it. Sometimes it's like these things don't want to be good. Oh! You utter Billy bullshitter. Okay, I suppose that will suffice. I want that pretty fucking steady. So the issue we've got here, of course, is even if this works, I don't necessarily think it will, but even if it works, I suspect they'll just detonate a load of cannons and blow them up before they even have a chance to try and do good for me. Plus, they're clearly sufficiently chunky that I'm not going to be able to get them to fit in this sort of orientation, I don't think. Ugh, no, not quite. How devilishly annoying. Unless... No, is that... Yeah, it's that propeller out the front, so I'm gonna maybe... Why are you still... Oh, that's just because they're selected, that's why. You certainly can't... I suppose maybe if I drop that down to 0.5... oh, no, not forward, that's it. Like that. There we go, okay, that might work out better then. So, at this point, we should be able to go like that. Don't include that. Duplicate that. Bring that over. We'd have to offset them slightly because otherwise they definitely won't fit, which I suppose... Yes, okay, that's going to be a problem. Okay, let's sort out the side issue first. Now let's try and sort out the front and rear. The only reason I'm doing a slightly peculiar sort of all of you get the fuck out of the bar is because I think it might prove slightly easier to get offset. Unfortunately, I think no, that's definitely not going to work. Oh, apparently that's not going to work either. Why is that? Oh, yeah, the whole machine is outside of the boundaries. Yes, I know. I am aware of this game. One behind, I think he's going to... Oh, wow, okay. That's definitely not what I was expecting. I suppose one solution to that is massive fuck-off ballasts. I suppose the other problem is these ballasts might end up being... No, actually, no, that shouldn't be an issue. I was going to say these ballasts will be connected in some fashion. I sense there's probably a quicker way of doing it, but fuck it. The only way would possibly be the mirror symmetry idea, but okay, so one random one I managed to miss. Other than that, they appear to be fine. Now what we want to do is we'll just go with okay, so can number one I think number one would struggle to take I think they're too close together, aren't they? So no matter what, oh, I suppose in fact, yeah, I suppose, alright, fine. Number one's sort of shaking itself. Oh, you cocksuckers. Number one, go! Go! Okay. I mean, number one definitely did go. Number one, deploy. I suppose I'd need to figure out how to... God damn it. All of you, deploy it! Number one, deploy it. I suppose it's POS. Problem is, by the time... I'm right in saying, by the time I deploy, they're still just going to aim... I mean, at this point, we are just flying crazy machines into the stones. But there's... Maybe if I put wheels on it and drove them out, and then round the... It's getting silly, isn't it? It's just getting silly if you do that. Utter nonsense. Anyway, I mean that's about an hour and a half wasted, isn't it? Fuck. That's terribly unfortunate. Hopefully you enjoyed me wasting an hour and a half of everybody's time, but I somehow doubt it. But that will be the end of the Bonanza of the Extraordinary for today. There is, of course, good old-fashioned Sunday afternoon at home, where I'll certainly start by playing some Gwent and then see what happens later. And then, if you enjoy my stuff, you will probably enjoy... Whoops, no, that's not how you spell his name. You will probably enjoy each of these. Punkzilla, I think, is fairly intermittent in his streaming doodads. Nickerin regular streams on a Friday. Mr. Caliber is Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Mr. Caliber probably shares a reasonably close sense of humour to me. Nickerin is far more sort of better at gaming. So he's playing Neo, or Nio, however you fancy pronouncing it, which is a Souls-like, and that's quite amusing. He's actually quite good at it, which is, I mean, definitely beneficial. Definitely beneficial. Anyway, that is everything done. I'll say cheerio.